Guys, you know who I am. I'm Benny the Comicstorian. You've been watching this channel if you're one of the million subscribers, and I am literally just here flabbergasted. I'm in shock that a million of you would actually take the time to subscribe to this channel. And this is me just saying thank you. Thank you so much. This is not a goal that I ever thought that I would achieve. This is not something that I was sitting there like meticulously planning out. I wasn't even aware of the first 10,000 subscribers because this was literally just a side channel that I was doing on the side of the main one that I was doing, which was Eligible Monster. And it's because of you guys that this channel has now crossed 1 million subscribers, and it's gotten to the point where I don't even know how to celebrate. I had some fun comedy skits planned out, and I'm like, you know what, that's garbage, that's stupid. We can't make the joke about shutting the channel down again or anything like that. I just literally thought, you know what, I'm just gonna press record and I'm just going to thank you guys. And you let me know in the comments down below how we should celebrate this. Should I do like a giant Q&A that we schedule a week out in advance so you guys can all be there and we can celebrate it? Should I do a 24-hour live stream over on Twitch and we celebrate by playing superhero video games? Should I just do kind of like a fun tongue-in-cheek storyline that would make sense, like DC 1 million? That would be a nice celebration piece. Let me know in the comments down below whatever story that I've never done that you guys want me to do, and if it gets enough thumbs up, we'll probably do that video to celebrate the 1 million marker. But I don't even know what to say, guys. That's how thankful I am for this. This is so, it just put me in shock. I was away at New York Comic Con, and then I went to Las Vegas for the Final Fantasy Fan Festival. So I couldn't even say much about it because I wasn't even home when we crossed that 1 million marker. But it's because of you guys, that all of you guys just want to hear me yell about your favorite superheroes. Because whenever somebody asks, that's what I tell them. They're like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I read comic books and I yell into a microphone. And that's literally what I do. And it's because of you guys that we've crossed 1 million, that you want to hear me yelling about your favorite superheroes. I'm trying to not make this into a rambly video, but I'm just so thankful to you guys. So I figured I would just let you know what we've done, how we've gotten to this point, because that's all I can really do. And if you want, I'll turn it into like a full draw my lifestyle video. Maybe that can be the 1 million subscriber special. Let me know in the comments down below. But I mean, to condense down my military time and what happened, basically I ended up in the military, honestly, by a little bit by mistake at first. But I liked it, really enjoyed it, helped me correct my life, and I was there for 9 years. After breaking my ankles twice while I was in the military, thanks to them deploying me to Iraq and Afghanistan, Natalie and I were looking for something else to do, and the Army offered me the option of medical retirement. And for those of you guys who don't know what that means, medical retirement is the Army stating, we're gonna give you health benefits and a paycheck, and you can go home, and you're done. We broke you and we apologize. That's their way of saying, we're sorry for what happened. So I accepted that. And then Natalie had this great idea of us doing YouTube. So we started Eligible Monster. We made a gaming channel like everyone else did at the time. And we started doing Let's Plays. And that really wasn't doing that well. We gained a little bit of a following, and maybe some of you guys are from those early days when we used to do games like Dragon's Dogma and Skyrim, and we would act out the characters in there and make funny voices for each one of them. But eventually I had the idea of, hey, Metal Gear Solid's a really confusing storyline, so I'm going to turn this into a video explaining it to the best of my ability. I got this idea when I was telling Natalie the story of Metal Gear Solid, and I was trying to like double up on myself and backtrack and figure the whole thing out. And she was like, hey, we should do that. We should make this into a video. So I did, and you guys loved it. Well, maybe, I don't even know if any of you guys are from that era of like our channel creation, but we made that into a video. We did, and that's, I'm gonna mute that real quick, but we made that into a video. Oh, that's just Comicsology. I mean, I've ordered books. But we made that into a video, guys, and it did really well. For a gaming channel, it was like 20,000 views, which was incredible because we had like 3,000 subs at the time. So we started doing that more frequently, making these complete stories where we would explain the stories to your favorite video games. That's still all up there over at Eligible Monster. We covered games like Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear Solid, BioShock, stuff like that is what we did. And eventually, we were hitting a good stride on Eligible Monster, getting, you know, quite a few views per video, but we were hitting a point where we couldn't make more videos. We just had too many videos coming out in a week, and unless you're a huge channel, you really can't make that work. So I was like, hey, you know what? I really love comic books. Every week, every Wednesday on New Comic Book Day, I'm down here buying comic books. And then I'll buy a comic book and I get so excited about it that I tell Natalie the stories to the books that she doesn't want to read. I'm like, you're not gonna believe what Batman did. So he teamed up with Tim Drake and they went over here and they did this and they did that. I did all that stuff. And so I was telling her this, and she was like, why don't you take that and make it into another channel? That way you're not getting all frustrated that we're not making more videos on Eligible Monster. And so I was like, that's a great idea. So I launched Comicstorian. And I looked at the competitors, I looked at Eris over Variant, I looked at Comic Book Girl 19, and the comic book scene was very small at the time. There's only people with like 200, 300,000 subs, and those were like your biggest comic book YouTubers. So I looked at it as, there's no market here. So there's no reason for me to do this full time because there's nobody who cares about comic books on YouTube. So because of that, I was like, so I can't turn this into a business. What I'm gonna do instead is just have fun with it. I'm gonna take stories that I enjoyed and I'm gonna turn them into videos, and I'll put my effort into the gaming channel because that's where the growth is. That's where we could be something. So I literally was just making these comic book videos for just 100% fun. 100%. There was no incentive at all because I wasn't even watching the subscribers this early. And it wasn't until we crossed like 15, 20,000 subs that a friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber, hit me up and he was like jokingly yelling at me that I had surpassed him. Maybe some of you guys know him, Blasphemous HD. He's enormous now. He makes reaction videos and stuff like that. But I've been friends with him forever, and he hit me up because we used to have like a fun game against each other, who could have a bigger gaming channel. And so when he found that I had made Comicstorian, he called me up yelling at me in a joking way, but like, you son of a bitch, you passed me. What did you do on this channel to make it different? And I was like, huh? During this period, Rob had already contacted me and we were like, hey, let's start a podcast, The Weekly Poll. And we started doing that together. And what ended up happening at that was, it was funny because Rob will even tell you, he hit me up and he was all excited because we had found some semblance of success with these comic book videos. And I was like, Rob, we're never gonna be huge. The biggest comic book YouTubers, they're not that huge. They're probably in a comfortable position, but they're not huge. So like, I'm not trying to dash your dreams, but we can be a little more realistic about it. We're never gonna hit 1 million subs. Rob's been teasing me about that ever since I hit 1 million because he's like, hey, look how wrong you were, but whatever. So, and we ended up making the weekly poll and ended up growing Comicstorian. And then because you guys, 100% because of you guys, we crossed 100,000 subscribers. And it was at that point that I started to feel concerned for you guys because I wanted to tell you more stories. But it was at a point where I personally could not do more work on the channel. We were at that point at 5 videos a week, and I was working literally 18-hour days to do Comicstorian and Eligible Monster. And so what ended up happening was, and a lot of you guys know him from the early videos, I brought in Dan. Dan, the editor, is the name he went by. We brought him in and we started growing the channel faster because he would edit the videos and I would read, write, and record the videos. So we had a handoff and that's how it would work. And you guys, once again, thank you so much because we then grew at an exponential rate, insanely fast, to the point where I knew you guys wanted even more videos. So I ended up hiring another editor. And like, we had 2 editors rotating the videos so that at the time we could bring you 9 comic book videos per week. And you kept watching them, like incredibly. You kept watching the videos. And anybody who knew me back then and I was talking to will tell you, I would tell everyone, they're like, wow, you must really be enjoying your YouTube success. And I'm like, yeah, it's really great, I'm enjoying it. But I always had backup plans going because I was like, this can't last. Nothing in my life has ever lasted outside of my marriage, but nothing in my life has ever like lasted long term. Normally things will start to collapse and I'll catch it and we'll move on to another project. So I was preparing for that. I was like, Comicstorian's not gonna last. It's fun, but it's not gonna last. And we just kept going and we kept growing and we kept growing. And so then I started to launch other channels. We launched the Comic TV channel, which was an experiment that didn't work out, but then we launched Mangastorian on the side. And you guys, I mean, I thought once again the Mangastorian would not do well because I was like, well, you know, it'll be fun for me because I read manga on the side. I can start another fun channel, but I don't think it's gonna do that well. And that channel is growing like crazy because you guys just want to hear me yell about your favorite manga people now. And we're now doing a relaunch on the gaming channel, getting it back to where we had it, hopefully. So, I mean, if you want to see us play video games, like I just played Batman VR, you can go check us out over on Eligible Monster. We're doing stuff over there too. And all of this is entirely because of you guys. You guys subscribed. You guys have given my staff jobs. You've created jobs watching this channel because I'll name all, Dan the editor. Dan is one of my editors. Kevin is another editor. We have Houston, he does editing. Sean writes scripts for us. We have another guy named Brian who's been helping us out recently. We've got another guy named Jamie who's been helping Kevin out with editing on the Comicstorian channel. Like, this is a full team effort of individuals that we have working on this, including Natalie, for the record, guys. I know I didn't name her as an employee because we work on this together, but Natalie's there too. We have a full team bringing you 3 channels of consistent content, which is the core to get YouTube to make it work. Full team, 3 channels. All from us because of you guys. Because you guys enjoy this channel and you guys enjoy those other channels. And I have no way of really saying thank you except saying thank you. So what I'm gonna do, this the only idea that I've been able to come up with, for the next month or so, what I'm gonna do is once a week, I'm gonna go dig through my Twitter followers and I'm going to give away comic books. Like, we're just gonna give away whole runs of comics, whole trade paperbacks. We're just gonna give them away. So go to @Comicstorian and follow me on Twitter. Even if you just wanna follow just for the contest, I'm fine with that. Because what you're gonna do is you follow me on Twitter, I'll use a program to find the people out, and then I will follow you back and send you a direct message so we can work on shipping it to you. The reason why I'm not doing it on YouTube is not because I'm trying to gain more Twitter followers or anything like that. It's entirely because YouTube is filled with bots, and if I do the same system on there, we've tried this before, I end up sending like 20 different messages to various bots before I find a real person. It's just very difficult for me to give away stuff on YouTube because there's so many bots that go through the YouTube comment system and stuff like that. So Twitter's the way we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it every probably weekend for the next, I don't know, probably to the end of the year, honestly, is what I'm thinking right now. But I'll make like an official contest-oriented video eventually explaining it once I have the rules worked out. But it's @Comicstorian if you wanna just go follow now and be a part of that early on. But outside of that, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you want. Do you want a live stream? Do you want an official draw my life of how all of this came together, how what I did in the military, what I did before the military, how I accidentally ended up in the military even though I loved it? Let me know. If you want, it doesn't have to be a draw my life, I can just explain everything in a video. But if you want that, let me know. If you want a special story, put it in the comments down below, get people to upvote it. I'll see the ones that are upvoted and I'll probably do the stories. It could be something like DC 1 Million, or maybe even Kingdom Come, or maybe even a classic Marvel story like Heroes Reborn, something horrible that you guys just want to see me do. But we can do that kind of a thing. But in the end, guys, just thank you so much for everything you've done for us. And I want to answer one quick question for those of you guys who are wondering. No, we don't work for DC, Marvel, Valiant, or any companies. And that's entirely because of you guys. Because you guys watch this and you help us out with all of our extra projects and stuff like that, we're able to 100% stay independent of all of those guys, and we only do videos that I enjoy. That's basically it. So thank you. I don't know how many times I've said thank you in this video. I can say it 1,000 more times. I wish I could just read off every subscriber. That would be amazing. But that's all I got, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you're looking for. I'm gonna sit here in shock. I've got a couple more videos coming out this week. You know, one every day for comic books, and then another vlog coming out about DC versus Marvel again, who won the summer. Hope you guys enjoy that. But that's it, guys. Follow me on Twitter @Comicstorian if you want to be a part of the contest I'm gonna be running on there. And I look forward to 1 million more of you guys joining the Comicstorian family. Thank you.
Hey Benny, it's us from Comic Pop! Congratulations on 1 million subscribers! Woo! I think I've been saying you've had 1 million subscribers for probably the last couple of months just because I knew you were gonna get here.
Yep.
Because we've had the utmost faith in you. You've been a great colleague, a terrific friend. Congratulations. I know no one else that deserves it more than you, except maybe us.
Yeah.
But since that's never gonna happen,
no.
You might as well have it. So, enjoy your 1 million. Here's to 2 million. Congratulations, man. Woo!
Yay!
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good... No. Forget it. Just go to the next one.
What's going on, Benny? Just wanted to say congratulations on breaking 1 million subs. It is well earned, and it's good to see that your hard work has resulted in such massive success. Also, bromance. The comic book bromance. Rob and Benny.
So Benny, I found out that you passed 1 million subscribers, and my need to congratulate you was so strong, it physically manifested itself, and I'm currently being held hostage against my will. But no, for real, Benny, you're one of the nicest guys I met. You were like my first sort of YouTuber friend. You were the first YouTuber that ever reached out to me and sort of said, hey, I want to work with you. So that means a lot to me, and just like dangerous tangerine in Game of Thrones, one day you will rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Hey Benny! So we all just got done with New York City Comic Con, and even though we've just gotten back, I couldn't help but notice that you just passed 1 million subscribers! So I just wanted to make this video to say congratulations and also to say thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I know for the cast and all of that. It's been really great, and you were one of the first YouTubers to ever reach out to me and to really include me in this community, and you've taught me so much, especially over this last weekend already, and it's been a great experience overall. So wanted to say congratulations, wanted to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at the next con and seeing you on the bowl. Congratulations again, Benny. Bye.